I don't think this one's very good. This is MJF, which I would argue it kind of looks like the Blues Elvis. Hey everybody, want to welcome you to a new episode of Sold Separately, as today we are covering the Diamond Select Toys AEW Minimates Series 4, which are kind of like Legos, but different at the same time. But I can't do this alone. My co-host on this, what's up, Clark?
I'm stoked to be here. I mean, Lego compatible or not, these things are wicked. Let's get to it.
Yeah. So the first one up, this is apparently Will Ospreay. Interesting choice with the hair. Obviously you could see there appears to be more flexible than a typical Lego, especially
Right.
in the legs. So you can do all the high flying stuff that he does. The hands are similar to Legos. I don't know if they sell accessories that like a steel chair or anything that they could hold. I don't know. But you know, kind of cool looking.
I don't hate it. The hair is hysterical. The hair is kind of spot on for some of Will with just the way that it's like Chia
Yes.
Petty.
Yes.
I don't mind it in the least, especially if it's Lego compatible. This one's fun. This one's really fun.
I am not sure if they're taller than Legos or not. I've never had them, so I don't really know. But they do look slightly maybe taller than a Lego.
Right.
But I believe they're in the same family of those. The sculpted on abs is a nice touch. For this.
I'm just wondering about the feet more importantly, for if you have Lego gear with the stands and whatnot, if they're compatible. I mean,
yeah,
I think this is excellent.
That would be interesting if the bottoms have the holes that you can kind of pop them on Lego stuff. That I don't know.
That I would be, even if it's a larger scale than a Lego.
Yeah.
If it fits, it's worth it. 100. I think it's worth it anyway. If this is a type of collectible that you're interested in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that to me would be a key feature, and I would love to look that up at some point.
Also, it does look like, and I could be wrong, the legs look like possibly Lego-esque in that they could pop off. So in theory, I guess maybe you could switch somebody else's legs with Ospreay and give them different tights, I guess, in a way.
It's possible. Absolutely.
The next one up is Swerve, which I gotta be honest, I feel looks more like Kofi Kingston than Swerve, if I'm being perfectly honest.
So I have to say this, by the way, I did just Google it, and they are Lego compatible with the feet. So you can use them with Lego features as well. And you know, it is, yeah, it's got a little bit of Kofi in this figure, but the fur coat, I love the tattoos, the hair being forward, I don't know about, the facial expression, I don't know about, but for a Lego figure, I have no issue with this one in the least.
No, it's great. I think the reason I think it looks like Kofi is the hair and the pants. Because when I see the green, I gotta be honest, I think Kofi. Especially early Kofi. But yeah, I think it's kind of a cool Swerve. So yeah, I think
it's a good one, and it's funny because it's been a long time since WWE has done anything Lego wise.
No,
and if you do have the old school ring, now knowing about compatibility, this is kind of fun to add to your collection, even if they are a little bit larger.
Yeah,
this makes it that much more tantalizing and interesting to me. That's why I had to look it up. You know what I mean? I'm like, and so you add a Swerve Strickland, you add a Will Ospreay to that collection. That's fun.
Well, think about that. Like if you have Lego sets, like I remember like one of the big Lego sets when I was a kid. I did not have it. And I think it was $100 then, which is like the average price for a Lego now. But then it was like the big deal was the castle with the ghost that it came with. Like you could literally have an all-out brawl in a castle if you wanted to, if you still have it.
And I mean, I owe a set of Legos to a good friend of mine, Callie Banish, for letting me use her room as a guest room when I stayed with my good buddy Paul Banish. And so, I mean, a lot of these ones coming your way, as many Legos as possible. I owe her a set of Legos. So I'm looking at AEW Legos, Legos. We got to get that figured out because the WWE one I went to order and it was back ordered. I got scummed on it because it was old school.
That was the one you asked me about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still owe Callie a really good set of Legos. And so,
okay, the next one, I don't think this one's very good. This is MJF, which I would argue it kind of looks like the Blues Elvis more than
it looks like
does.
Elvis. That is, if it's Triple H Max, I guess.
It looks like Jailhouse Rock Elvis.
Well, and then the wolf on the shirt looks like Jacob Fatu.
Well, that was the one that they released that had the Burberry design in it. But yeah, it looks like Jailhouse Rock Elvis. If you look at like the old video, that's what it is.
This is the least recognizable of the bundle by a lot.
I mean, come on. I don't. In all seriousness, no. MJF's streak of really bad figures, the face likeness continues. He's never had a really good one. The best one, I think, was the dog collar one with Punk.
Yeah, the dog collar one. There were a few other good ones. There was one that came with a mic that wasn't bad.
Well, a lot of them come with mics, but like I think the original.
No. I'm thinking of one that was like it had multiple outfits. I can't remember the series though off the top of my head.
You're talking about like one of the Supreme ones?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
There's a second good one besides the dog collar, but to your point, I wasn't even trying to correct you on that, but I was just trying to think like, because there was 2 or 3 ones where the face likeness, you were like, that's not MJ.
No, it's funny because if you look at like the first one AEW did, Jazzwares did for him, face likeness wasn't horrible. It wasn't great either.
Yep.
And then it progressively kept getting worse. And you're like, instead of getting better, these are not getting any. These aren't getting better.
It's not helping.
So the last one, our main event, this is kind of bizarre, Clark. And I know you haven't seen it in this. I know we did Strange and figures before. This may be up there. This is Toni Storm.
And I love this. Yeah. In black and white, timeless. It's timeless. It's timeless. It's a must buy. If you are interested in this set of figures, it's a must buy. It's timeless. It's in the black and white aesthetic. It's perfect.
It's got. I guess those are supposed to be the fuzzy slippers. I guess that's what it's supposed to be on the feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. It kind of looks like she's just wearing a bra, and I don't really know. It's not wrestling gear, right?
I think it is technically wrestling gear. It's an interesting way. With this style of figure, it's hard to do that. I don't know. I'm not gonna dive. I'm not gonna overly criticize that. It looks a little odd, but it's not.
I think it's an interesting choice for a kid's toy. I'm just gonna put it that way. I think it might be an interesting choice for that. Is just all I'm gonna say. I mean, it definitely screams the timeless character, but I don't necessarily see 6-year-olds playing with this one, but I could be wrong. Whatever. But it's an interesting line. Obviously, this is the only female one of apparently Series 4 that's coming out. I don't know. I don't think this is a store exclusive. I think this is something that you can pretty much get anywhere, as far as I know. But so as more of these come out, we'll probably cover them. Obviously, we didn't cover the previous ones, but this is an interesting type of figure that I typically wouldn't collect.
Same.
But I almost view this in the same way of like a Funko Pop thing. Like it'd be kind of cool on the shelf if you were a collector, and it's kind of something for like kids.
Well, like we said with the Lego
travel
thing, the fact that they are Lego compatible is helpful. That's big.
Yeah. And I think it's something that, like, if you have little kids, it's easy something to travel with because they don't take up a lot of room. You can put them in a small little bag and you got them all. But yeah, so that brings us to the end of this week's Sold Separately. We will see you guys again next week. As always, we appear on Fridays. And thanks for watching.